Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Willy. Willy is from Paris, in France. So let's see what Willy has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Hi, William.
Hello Willy, how are you?
Good. I'm doing great. Thank you. What about you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
Anytime.
So tell me, how's your day going so far?
I'm a bit knackered right now, but I'm doing great.
Long day today?
Yeah, as usual, working a lot.
I think it's good to be busy. It's good when things are happening. It keeps you busy, keeps you out of troubles. It keeps you your mind focused somehow.
Absolutely.
Willy, so tell me where you're from.
That's a bit complicated. Let's say I'm from France, but I have some British origins. That's
Okay.
the reason why I do speak English quite properly, but you'll see my English is quite broken.
Like mine.
And yeah, that's basically it. I'm spend most of my time in France.
So your parents, they are French or they are English?
Half English, half French on my mother's side, and half French, half German on my father's side.
Wow, good mix.
Yeah, but I don't speak German.
But you were born in France or in England?
Yeah, I was born in France, and then I spent probably, if I remember well, 5 years from 0 to 5 in England, in London.
Mhm. See. And where do you live right now? In Paris?
Yeah, I live in Paris in the 18th borough, close to Montmartre.
I see. And what's the best part of waking up in Paris every single morning?
I think it's the atmosphere. I know that Paris has quite a bad reputation about Parisians, the city life and everything, but I think it's like very enjoyable to wake up every morning and see these beautiful buildings when it's not raining, obviously. But
How far are you from the Eiffel Tower?
how far? I would say if you take the metro, probably 25 minutes.
Oh my God. I think people watching this interview right now, far away, they're like, oh my God, I wish I could be in the Eiffel Tower in 25 minutes. And what do you do for work, for living?
I work in tech in parametric insurance. It means insurance based on data. We are actually covering major risks such as cyclones, earthquakes, frost, tornadoes in the entire world using
Wow.
data.
Wow. Very interesting. My goodness. Right. So also, of course, when I was checking your profile, I could see that you are Mr. Bear France 2023. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my God. So tell me a little bit about the journey so far. How things started.
Quite frankly, I wasn't really ready to apply to participate to the election of Mr. Bear France 2023. But one of my friends sent me a text on the Sunday and he was like, I think you really should go for it. It could be fun. And I was like, okay, let's have a try. And so I first asked my boyfriend's permission, like if he agrees on me to participate to this contest. And obviously he said yes. So I applied and then this is the end.
Wow, amazing. Congratulations. My goodness. That's amazing. And how so far the journey? When did you get the when you were the final? Was last year or?
No, it was this year in May. It was in May, last May. So it's quite recent.
I see. And being the Mr. Bear, do you have like some things that you need to complete or to do through the year?
Yes, like official things was the Gay Pride in Paris and another event in December in Paris as well called the Bears Winter Gay Tea Dance. I have to be there, and for the rest, it's up to me. But so far, I think I've accepted everything that was proposed to me.
Amazing. Very good. Okay, so during your journey, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your journey, about your life, and about your job as well, okay?
Okay.
Willy, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend, okay? From questions. So I'm just going to play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, Willy. So is your name Willy or William?
It's Willy.
Willy, wow. My best friend called me Willy.
Oh.
Very sweet, very sweet. During the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about some reason you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
Amazing. First question for you is, what's the biggest difference between you and your best friends?
I think the biggest difference between me and my best friend is our life. She's a girl. We used to be very close years and years ago, but we chose to have a different path, a different life. Like, for example, I took the decision to move in Paris, to put my career first before what she would put her family first. But it doesn't change the fact that we try to see each other from time to time during the year. And nothing has changed in the way that we can say everything to each other, even if we don't share the same moments or the same things anymore.
And she lives in Paris as well or not?
No, she does not. She lives in Le Mans, a small city from about 2 hours drive from Paris.
I see. And what's the biggest similarity between both?
I think we both like to have a good laugh. Like, we have lots of humor, I would say.
Amazing. Good. Next question. Let's do it. Hey, Willy from Paris. Next question is, what are 3 fun facts about yourself? Okay.
First fact could be the fact that I got married really, really young. Like right now, I'm 27 years old. I'm about to turn 28 in a couple of days. And I got married at 21.
Wow.
That's the first fact, yeah. But we're not in a relationship anymore. We divorced. That's the fun part.
Oops. You go like, oops, okay, didn't work out.
Exactly. Another fun fact. Yeah, something weird happened, to be honest, since I turned Mr. Bear 2023. I have to say that I received a lot of messages on Instagram from very nice people and from very, very weird people. And there's this guy who pretended to be very, very nice on messages. And he proposed to actually shot some pictures of myself in Paris because he wants to present an exhibition or something like that. And I'm quite naive. So I said, yeah, sure, why not? And so the guy came to my place. Yeah. But I asked a friend to come at my place because I was like, there's probably something wrong, but let's see. So he came to my place and I basically spent the day with this person, and he asked me to take every and each position, like the weirdest, like in my flat, outside, in front of people. And then he sent me the results. And I was like, this was shot by a 5-year-old kid. That's not possible. And then I talked about this person to my close friends. And they were like, yeah, no, we know this person. Like, why did you say yes? I said, I don't know, because he looked nice.
Oh my God. That's a bit scary as well, isn't it? How people can, do something like that.
That was a bit awkward, yes.
There we go.
It's like we have a laugh on it now, but during the photos and everything, it was a bit weird, to be honest, especially in front of people.
There we go. There's always something fun that's Nobody knows. Now the whole world knows that now. Next question. Right, before the next question, tell me, for you, how was growing up as a gay boy? First in England and most of your life in France, in Paris. Walk me through your journey so far.
Mhm. I think being gay was always easy in my life because I'm very lucky to have a very understanding family, very open-minded. For example, my mother, I remember she had and she has lots of gay and lesbian friends. So I would say that I was surrounded by gay people since I'm a young boy. So to me, being gay was a normal thing. There's no sad stories of my childhood and being gay. And I remember the day I told officially my mom that I was gay. She said, "Ah, at least."
How old are you?
Okay, I was, I would say probably 14 years old, 14 to 15.
Young, very young.
Yeah.
Wow. And to have siblings as well?
I do have a brother, yes. He's younger than me. We are very different, let's say.
I see. And in your opinion, how is being gay in Paris?
I think being gay in Paris is quite easy because it's the biggest city in France. There's millions of people, and I think it's easy to be whoever you want to be. And we're lucky for that. But as every big cities, you have to be careful sometimes, especially in the evening or at night when you're going back home, because there's some places you should not go where you gay because it can be a bit dangerous. I had some friends who had troubles recently.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because, those big cities like London, Paris, Berlin, of course, you feel safe, you can be yourself, you can express yourself, but there is always some place that you need to be careful and somehow you cannot be yourself differently.
Absolutely.
Yeah. In London, the same as well. Right. Next question is, what is the biggest risk have you ever taken?
I would say my first wedding, that was a very big risk because I met the guy a year before and we had a long distance relationship. I was living in France, he was living in Atlanta in the US.
Wow.
So we tried to see each other whenever we could, approximately every 3 months, him going in France, me going in the US. And a year after, we decided to get married, to live with each other. Like him in France or me in the US, no matter, but we had to be together because it was quite complicated to be in a relationship with someone that does not live the same thing as you at the same time, and especially because of the time difference.
Absolutely.
I remember when he used to wake up, it was already noon, so half of my day was over. And yeah, the biggest risk was to go there, get married with this person without knowing what the future would be.
And did you guys stay married for a long while or not?
A year. Then he moved in France, and it was quite a mess. That's the reason why we decided to divorce.
Yeah, long distance relationship can be a big tricky. You know what I mean? It can work out for some people. It is not wrong, but it's a big risk, as you know very well, because you are apart and very apart. You are very far away. If it would be maybe close, it would be a different story. But again, memories, made, lessons made, and that's all part of life. And you're very young as well, 21 years old. My goodness.
Yeah. Let's say that was a mistake, but it's an experience. It's an experience, part of my life.
Absolutely.
And I always remember these years.
Absolutely. Next question, Willy, let's do it. Next question is, what is the nicest thing a family member has ever done for you?
I think we're gonna talk again about this wedding. My dad, he was someone open-minded, but we did not really talk about me being gay or me getting married with someone. And I remember he invited me to the restaurant and he said, I just want to know more this person you're about to marry, because he didn't know him back then. And it took me probably 20 to 30 minutes to explain the situation, to explain who the person is. And at the end of the dinner, he said, okay, so my wedding gift would be me paying for your plane tickets to go there and get married.
Wow.
I think that's probably the nicest things my father ever done for me.
That's beautiful. My goodness. And tell me something. Which person in your family we are more close to?
I would say my mother. My mother. Yeah, we've always been close, let's say, but things are changing. The more she's aging, the more I'm getting older, and the more we like separating ourselves a bit. Things have changed.
Of course. And your parents, they live in Paris as well or not?
No, not at all. My mother lives in a small city next to Le Mans, so the place I used to live before, and my father passed away 3 years ago now.
All right. Ready for another question, Willy?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next one. Before the next one, tell me a little bit about your job. What do you like the most about it? What's the biggest joy of it? And the flip side, what do you find most challenging?
I think the things I like the most about my jobs is the time. It goes by so fast. You have no idea. All the day, weeks, and months goes by fast, super, super fast. And I really, really love it. Because to me, it means like, if the time goes by fast, it means I like it, because I can't see my day running, and I absolutely love it. And the other things that I like a lot is I work a lot with people from all around the world. Our colleagues in Paris, there's probably 25 different nationalities.
Wow.
That's amazing to spend time with these people, to share experiences, cultures. And the thing I dislike, well, I don't know if I can say dislike. I love working a lot, but on another hand, because I work a lot, sometimes I don't have time. I don't have private time for me. My job is always first place, and sometimes my well-being, me doing stuff for myself, is second.
I see. All right. Next question is, what was your best friend's name growing up? And why did you consider this person as your best friend at the time?
My best friend's name was Lorraine. And it is a girl that we used to talk a couple of minutes ago.
Okay.
And I don't remember the second part of the question.
Why did you consider her as your best friend growing up? Why?
Because everything is natural with this person. You don't have to think about what you're going to say. You can be brutally honest with her, and so she can as well. And yes, this is something that works pretty well.
I see. Tell me something, Willy. When you think about yourself, about you, what's the best part of being Willy? What's the best part of being you, in your opinion?
I think the best part of being me is my kindness. My kindness that can also be my problem, my weakness, because being too kind is sometimes a problem, but I can't help it, unfortunately.
Of course. Next question. Let's do it. Are you more relaxed? You send me a message saying that you're a bit nervous. You relaxed?
I'm still nervous. It feels like I'm having an interview right now. A professional interview.
It's like a very relaxing interview.
Yeah.
Next question for you is, what do you think are the best traits for a person to have?
Originality. I would say originality.
Tell me why.
I've always liked people, who are different from the others. There's always like a crowd that you can see this right person, very different from the others, that some people could say weird, could define as a weird person. But to me, this is like the most interesting person, because this person has so many things to say and so many things to show. And I like these people who just don't care about the people surrounding them.
Yeah, and to be honest to you, it feels so great being different, being silly, being weird. Don't you think? I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a gift when you
Mhm.
can express yourself, being different. I think people, it's not easy because people gonna point on you, people gonna say things, you're gonna have a hard time. But at the end of the day, you are just being yourself, and I think that's the best part.
Totally.
Yeah, good. Next one. Right before the next one, tell me a little bit about the competition, Mr. Bear 2023. Tell me, how does it work? When you sign up, they call you, they go like, okay, you are the next step now. There are some classification, you need to get to the final. How does it work? You have some kind of moment that you need to be there. How is the whole thing?
First, you apply online. You have to fill a survey. They ask you your name, your age, some other informations. If I remember well, probably your weight and height. You have to send 3 pictures of yourself, one of your face, one of you fully standing, and the last one is you half naked, like just your torso. That's it. That's just the chest. Then they send you an email if you are in the selections. This year we were 26 on list. And then people vote online on the 26th by selecting 7 people they want to see in the finale. And I had the chance to be picked by the people. Once this part is done, there's a week full of events in Paris, in the bear community. We're going to different places. We have the Paris Bear Cruise. It's having a cruise on La Seine, dancing, drinking, eating. That was a very, very wonderful moment. Then we had to see some sponsors because all this event is sponsored by people and bars in Paris. Even in Belgium, they're sponsors, so we have to make an appearance, meet people.
And in the end, you all get together, and there is like you need to walk, like do like a catwalk. How does it work?
Yes, the election night was at the Gibus, which is a Parisian nightclub. We learned the choreography in the afternoon for 4 to 5 hours, and then you have to go on the scene and going in front of people, doing the choreography you learn in the afternoon, and then people vote. But you're not here when they vote. You're away. You can't see people. You only see people at the really end when they announce who the winner is.
Wow. When you sign up for the competition, did you think that you could win?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was such a surprise because when I heard the second dolphin name, the first dolphin name, I was like, okay, that's over. That's over for me. And finally, when they told my name, I was overwhelmed by everything, by all the people shouting in the club. Wow. 700 people, that's a lot. Wow. I just did not realize. It too.
Oh my God. Imagine the feeling, my goodness.
Yeah.
And did you get to win something like a prize or?
Yeah. You earned lots of prize. I think the list is too long to be told right now. But you have like just a quick example, like an iPhone 14, some trips in France, Belgium as well. Wow. Lots of things to do, yeah.
Amazing. Next question is that a dream you always had?
I do actually. London has a very, very special place in my heart. To me, it represents childhood, sweet memories. And I think the biggest dream that I have is to one day move back to London and live there. But I know it's quite difficult, quite complicated. To live in London nowadays because of the price of life and everything. So I'm trying to be realistic right now, but this would be my dream.
But do you visit sometimes? Like you have family here or not? Do you visit some?
I still have a bit of family there, and I visit probably once to twice a year London. I'm going there tomorrow, for example, for
Yeah.
work purposes. I try to go there as much as I can, but also because of Brexit,
Yeah.
things have changed. Last time that I went to London was probably a year ago,
Mhm.
and I don't know why, but I found people different. The atmosphere in the city was different.
Yeah, it's interesting. Since the Brexit started, it's even living here, you can feel, as you said, you're totally right. You see the difference. A lot of people left London as well. It happened during the COVID as well.
Yes.
It became more complicated for European, to live in London, need to get a visa. It became very complicated. So people, they decided just to leave, to get other opportunities outside England, which is sad in a way, because London always been famous to have people living here from other countries as well. It's still, of course, but it's different now, for sure.
I agree.
Yeah. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Next question is, what makes you very sentimental?
Mm, lots of things, everything. Even sometimes when I watch a movie, I just don't watch a movie. I'm inside the movie. I'm living the movie or the series, and that can make me cry super easily because I'm living what the character is living. I'm living through the character. Uh, that's why I'm quite emotional. Or even sometimes where like there's signs outside that makes you think about someone or memories, you can have a tear or something like that. So yeah, that's why I'm emotional.
That's sweet. That's very sweet. And you always been this way?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And you said you have a partner right now, a boyfriend, yeah?
Yes.
And he's from Paris as well?
He's a Parisian, but he doesn't live in Paris. We used to live together in Le Mans before, and I had to move for my job, and he stayed in Le Mans. So now I'm having another long distance relationship, but it's only 50 minutes by express train from Paris, so that's
Like,
quite.
it's a big difference compared to the other one, like the other side of the world.
Yes, I choose this one.
And do you see yourself living in Paris for a long while?
Um, for now, yes. For now, yes. I'm setting up because it's been only 2 years that I live here, and I'm still discovering the city, discovering the people, because it takes a while to discover the people and meet people. Um, I would say like I can see myself living in Paris for the next 5 years.
Okay, amazing. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next one, talking about Paris, of course, you mentioned that you like the city, the way you are close to big monuments. It's a friendly city. You can be yourself. But in your opinion, 2 questions in one. The first part of the question is, what do you find most challenging in living in Paris since those 2 years you've been there? And the second part, the question is, let's say I'm coming to Paris for the weekend, yeah? What is a must, like, let's say the gay scene, yeah, like bars or clubs or places that you in your opinion you think that I've been in Paris actually 3 times, but I never explored the gay scene. Always when I've been there, I was with my mom, so I was doing it was short, not many days, so it was quite quick, and I was showing the city. And the other time I was with my best friend, who is French, but he lives in Montreal, and so he's straight. So kind of, I did more of, what I mean, the different programs. So, in your opinion, what would be like? Okay, let's do a gay weekend in Paris. What would you suggest? And the most challenging part of living there?
First, for the most challenging part of living in Paris is obviously the price of living, because Paris is an expensive city, and when you go out, money can burn quite easily, especially at nights. I would say that the most difficult part, and also the size of the apartments here. If you don't have like a huge salary, it's quite complicated to have a big apartment, so you are obliged to have a small and tiny place. but you get used to it. But at the beginning, it can be confusing. You can feel like in a shoebox, but you get used to it. Let's say that.
I see.
I would say that's the most challenging part of living in Paris. And about the gay scene, if you're coming for a weekend, I would definitely recommend to go to Le Marais, which is like the gay area in Paris. It's really central. It's in the fourth borough. And about the places to visit, first one would be the Bear's Den, which is one of the most famous gay bar in Paris. And second, I would say the Cox, where I go quite a lot because there's every single day a different DJ performing for everyone. But what's funny is the DJ is inside, all the doors are open, so the music goes outside and everyone is outside, so on the sidewalks.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that creates a nice atmosphere. It's quite like Le Baroque in Brussels, for example.
And the bear community in Paris, is it quite big?
Yes. If you go, for example, to the Bear's Den on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, it's super crowded. There's lots of people. And I think I would say, internationally known because there's always lots of foreign people, especially English and Americans. So every time they visit Paris, they go there.
See. Okay. I'll make a note of that. Now I know who I'm going to contact when I come to Paris for the weekend. I know already.
Please come. Come and visit.
Next question is, tell us about your guilty pleasure.
I would say my guilty pleasure would be to book a plane ticket, like from a day to another, and just enjoy myself. That's it. That would be my guilty pleasure. Without telling my boyfriend, without telling anyone, like I do whatever I want. Let me live the life.
Absolutely. I think we need those times, don't we? Just like that. Okay, let me just go somewhere just to relax and be myself and do something that I'm going to enjoy.
Exactly. Before to be in a relationship, that was my thing. That was my guilty pleasure, to go somewhere on vacation just by myself without no one, meeting new people, discovering new places, without having someone with me. Like, not saying that going on vacation with my girlfriend is not good, but I used to like going on vacation by myself and having time for myself.
Absolutely. And it's funny saying that because I traveled so many times on my own and I quite enjoy it, actually. You know what I mean? Because you meet, as you said, you meet people, you know, you do whatever, as you said, when I say do whatever you want, not in a bad way. You can do anytime. For example, when you are with people, you need to organize things, you need to when you are alone, you just do whatever comes to your mind and you just go. You know, I think it's people, they should try. Even some people, sometimes they just travel with friends, you know. Try sometimes travel on your own. It doesn't need to be a long trip, like a long weekend or, you know, just for you to, and actually you reflect a lot about yourself. You know?
Learn about yourself when you're traveling by yourself.
Absolutely.
And especially when you go to a country where you don't understand the language, you get lost. Well, it's a loss in translation.
Absolutely. Ready for the last question?
Yeah.
Last question. Let's do it, really. Okay, but before the last question, you know, people watch the interview right now and they would like to apply for, you know, Mr. Gay Bear, yeah? Like 2024, 25, 26. And they don't know, you know, they don't know how to do it, or maybe they're insecure, or maybe they don't feel the courage of doing it. What would be your best piece of advice?
I would say my best piece of advice is, if you're hesitating, just don't do it. People are very kind. No one's gonna judge you, and if you participate, if you apply, you already won. Like having well, let's say the crown, even if it's a scarf, doesn't do everything. Being on the scene, being exposed to people, having your picture shown to people online or in the bars is already a victory. It's already, I would say you already won by doing this. And if you feel shy, that would be a good experience to meet people and to be more confident with yourself.
Wow. And when you think about the experience, yeah, that you went through since you signed up by email until you got the biggest prize of becoming the Mr. Bear 2023, no, Mr. Bear France 2023, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned through the whole journey? Tell me something that you've learned that you go like, you know what, I'm grateful for this experience because I learned that, what that would be.
I think I'm grateful for this experience because I learned to be humble. Nothing is granted in life. I received a lot of message saying like, "Oh, you pretty good looking. That the reason why you won." And I was like, "No, it doesn't do everything. You can be super pretty and being such a bad person." Um, so you have to learn to be kind to people, to listen to people, because it's a game. It's not going to change your life at the end. Let's be honest. But uh, people trust you. If they chose you, it's because they trust in you, and it's because they want you to represent something. Uh, and to me, you have to be a good listener because you need to listen to people. Sometimes they feel like talking to you about random subjects or sometimes about more private subjects. I've been told that before having the crown that people might contact me to talk about their personal problems. And I was like, no, that's not possible. No one's going to do that. Who's going to contact me on Instagram to talk about their problem? And strangely enough, yes, I did receive quite a lot of messages about people talking about their insecurities, about how their body looked, because they were like, I would like to have your confidence to show yourself, to show your chest, your belly to everyone. And I'm like, yeah, you got to learn to live with your body. This is yours. And yeah, you have to love yourself before to love the others, to quote RuPaul.
And yes, absolutely, and you are totally right. I think people, but I agree with the person who told you that because people, you know, sometimes when they see someone like winning a prize or in an event, they feel comfortable. They're like, oh my God, if he won, why not? I can contact him or her and ask, you know, about the opinion, what they think about. And I think again, winning those prizes is of course is about winning something. It's a moment in your life, this and that. But at the end of the day, you are is a bit of responsibility as well for you to help people, for you to show that, you know, you not just because the prize, but you want something. It's something for you to help people as well. Somehow you're like an example. You are a part of, you know what I mean, that people, as you said, trust. They can trust somehow. They don't know you, but they trust. They just feel comfortable, open up about something. I think that's the best part as well of, you know, winning a competition like that.
Totally. And being Mr. Bear, for example, means you represent body positivity. You represent all kind and all type of bodies, hairy, unhairy, chubby, not chubby. And your duty, your mission is to make people feel comfortable with the way they look because uh, there's no standards.
It's so popular now being bear, isn't it?
Yeah, same in Paris, I would say. Same in
Yeah,
Paris. I think I'm probably too young, but I remember some of my oldest friends saying
yeah.
for standards was being skinny, to shave your hair and everything. And all of a sudden it changed. And
Yeah,
now the total opposite. Yeah, it's all about bears.
absolutely, absolutely. I agree as well. I think I never been the bear community so popular as ever. I never seen that before. Like 10 years ago, I don't remember seeing, you know, so many bear parties or like, for example, bear pride or, you know, bear winter pride. There are so many events happening around Europe, around the world. You know, I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing.
It's
Hey,
visibility. That's great.
absolutely, absolutely. Because people, it just encourage people to be themselves. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter the size or how you look like, or if you have a beard, if you are hairy. You know, there are so many stereotypes out there, and I think the bear community somehow they attract you for being yourself. That's how I see. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Last question is: what season of the year you feel more connected with, and why?
Mm, I would say winter.
Tell me why.
I would say winter because I love cold. I love cold. I just can't bear the heat, and right now, like I'm burning. But I love the vibes. I like the way that the nights fall super quickly. Yeah, I would say winter is my stuff. Fall as well.
I love the fall. I love the fall. Fall is my favorite season. I had the interview with a lovely man. He's the first Mr. Bear Belgium, and there was a question about season of the year or about something. He said, "Willy, I love winter because I'm a bear, and bear they love the winter." Okay, let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay. So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. Let's start with lies.
Beautiful.
Money.
Work.
Family.
Bound.
Love.
Need.
Sex. Need. I'm joking.
I was thinking the same. I was like, no, I have to be original. Discover. Sex. Discover.
Okay. Politics.
Complicated.
Religion.
Tolerance.
Fear.
Embrace.
One word for friendship.
Grow.
Desire.
Free.
Regret.
Never.
Success.
Deserve.
One word for happiness.
Daily.
One word for wish.
Hope.
Okay. One word for Paris.
Magical.
One word for France.
Diversity.
Okay. One word for bear community.
Love.
And the last one now. Mr. Bear 2023. No, sorry. Mr. Bear France 2023. One word.
Apply.
I love it. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely partner for a coffee, and I'm going to ask him, what is the most beautiful thing about Willy, and what's something that he still needs to work on, to improve on? What he would say.
I think he would say that I'm quite a tough person, especially with him, because I tend to be really exigent with people in general. So I always put a high expectation on people, and the more that I think about myself, and the more I realize that I can be quite tough with my boyfriend. And I know he tells me sometimes that I'm a tough person, but behind all of it, my heart is made of butter. Definitely.
Oh, sweet, very sweet. That's why you're tough. I think that when people they are tough, it comes from a good place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a shield, for example.
Absolutely. Okay, let's play now Willy and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, but before you ask him the question, tell me what's your favorite French word?
My favorite French word, I would say anticonstitutionnellement.
Which means?
That's one of the longest word in French. And every time there's like some American friends asking what's the most difficult word in French, I'm saying anticonstitutionnellement, because no one can pronounce it.
Let me try. Say slow to see if I can try.
Anti.
Anticonsti. Ah, anticonsti.
Tussio.
Nello. Bon. Anticosti. Say again, just one more time.
Anti,
Anti,
consti,
anti-hosti.
anticonstitutio.
Ah, anti-constitu, I can't. I could say in Portuguese. I could say Portuguese because it's quite similar. I would say anticonstitucional. It's kind of the same way. Yeah, but in French it's more difficult. Anyway, which means?
I would say against the Constitution.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That's what I was thinking as well. Okay, Willy, you can ask me a question now.
Okay, and sorry in advance for my lack of originality, but my question is, what do you fancy the most about interviewing people on a daily basis?
Amazing. I love the question. What do I fancy the most? I think it's so, what for me, personal for me, I think the magic box, for example, I'm sure, we are making memories now, and I'm sure tomorrow, another day, you're going to think about the interview and you're going to get something out of it, yeah, for sure. And I think everyone who comes to the show, they learn something, or they connect with something, or they connect with other people, or there's always something. I'm sure you're always gonna remember the magic box because something, yeah. And for me, it's the same as well. For me, every person that's, for me, answering now your question is what I fancy, what I like the most about it. There's always something that I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna reach 1,000 interviews, soon. And through those 1,000 people that participate on the show, trust me, there's always something that made me think. I learned something that I didn't know, made me, try to understand something that I didn't understand, or open my mind, or maybe my guests opened their mind about something that they didn't know. We had some laugh, had some fun. So I think for me, what I found the most about the interviews is about what I'm gonna learn, what I'm gonna, connect with this person. And I feel so grateful, Willy, that I do the show, because imagine, how much I've been learning since I started doing the show. I remember a good example. I remember the first time I heard the word polyamorous. Polyamorous, that people that have different relationship. And I remember a lovely man from the US. And I remember talking to him at the very beginning, full of energy. I was like lost and everything. And he was like, oh, actually, my boyfriend, my husband, he lives in Asia, like in a country in Asia. And next weekend, I'm going to meet my boyfriend, who lives like in another city here. When he said that, I was a bit confused. And I was like, oh, I thought I was understanding. And he could see my face that I was a bit lost. And he said, because we have a polyamorous relationship. And I said, what means polyamorous relationship? So that's how it started. And it's so interesting because I had an opinion before about that. And now I have a totally different opinion because I had so many people on the show who has a polyamorous relationship. And the way they explain, the way they live their lives, I see in a such a different way right now. I have a different opinion. So back to your question, this is just one example, but I could tell you, like, I'm going to write a book one day, like with so much things I learned during the show. So yeah, I'm fascinated about people. I love learning. I think when I learn something new every day, it makes my day. And I feel grateful because when I do the show, I always learn something. So yeah, it's about learning. It's about connect with people. It's about sharing experiences. That's for me what I like the most. Yeah.
Lovely.
Did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, quite a lot. Thank you very much for having me here tonight.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for accepting the invitation. Thanks for taking the challenge. I know you said that you were a bit nervous. And again, we made memories right now.
Absolutely.
And what a pleasure to have the Mr. Bear France 2023 on the show. Oh my God, look at that. I
hope we're going to host the Mr. Bear France 2024 next year.
When is going to be?
It's going to be in May. Every year it's in May.
In May. And you're going to be there giving away for the next one.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Willy, thanks again for the interview. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Sure. My personal quote is, if opportunity doesn't knock, build the door.
Wow. Amazing. I love that. Amazing. Very good. Merci beaucoup.
Je vous en prie.
Have a good night, okay? Keep in touch.
Thank you very much, William. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why do you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.